The year 2026 is the year we begin awakening to the sacred union embodied by Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. This is not a myth. This is real. So much history has been hidden from us and about our um, real, the real nature and the real identity of the true people of the Bible. And that's what I am going over now. I want to just say that I'm not trying to not understand others' feelings, but we can't get so mixed up in feelings of others that we mess around in our foot slip because, as David has said, he watched the wicked for so long until he almost failed himself. So, you know, we are people of just a frequency of comfortableness. It don't matter to many that they haven't fed lies their whole life. They are comfortable, and that's what they want until they die. Now, they don't know what come after death. Some of them don't care. But in reality, this is the last and final time for this planet before graduation. Her graduation is the 26,000 years cycle have ended, and we are in a new cycle. Therefore, Christ has spoken, Yeshua said, that some gon' rise to everlasting life. Mean you gonna wake up. Some not gonna even die before the kingdom come in. They just gonna walk on in, and that's true. That's what is expected, and it going to happen. And some gonna wake up to everlasting condemnation. Condemnation of death and destruction, decay, desolation. This mean damnation. This mean a lot of billions gonna wake up to eternal darkness, the eternal lake of fire, the eternal prison worlds, the eternal ice, the eternal outer darkness. It's all type of different places that people are going to be sent to. It depends on what the person did in his lifetime or in his lifetimes. To see it going outweigh, if you outweigh your bad behaviors when we stand before the white throne judgment. That's the only way you can make it. But even in this age, I can't let it go. When I was reading, I'm going to get that story and I'm going to read it real well, about Lazarus and the rich king. And they lived their life. Lazarus poor, he was a Hebrew Israelite. These two people was not pagan worshippers. They wasn't Christian. They was Hebrew Israelite. Christianity came in under the paganism of the Caucasus Mountain Caucasians. I understand that you might think that, oh, ain't nothing wrong with Christianity, but it is. It is not what God Most High gave to his people, because the Creator of all did not give the 12 tribes of black, Negro, Hebrew Israelites any type of religion. We are the root of this planet. We are this co-inhabitants, owners of this planet. And without us being on this planet would, she is a female Gaia, but it will not be ran, or anyone can exist on it without the bloodline of the Christ Michael, Yeshua, Yehoshua seed. I understand you said, well, how is that lady? Because, remember, Adam and Eve came here as biological uplifters. Without them, the animal race kingdom, the six root races, would not have gotten the blood necessary that they needed to become civilized. Okay, well, you will say, well, what about that? The people, the fallen beings, Lucifer, Caligas, or Dalagas, why can they get a blood? A blood is tainted beyond recognition. It cannot be ever used back to uplift anyone, because they've sinned and failed against their Father, the Most High God. So, as I was saying, I really need to put this in the ears of minds of many people, if I can. Like I was saying, the older man Lazarus, he was a black Israelite, and the king, he was a black Moor or of that lineage. Anyway, what happened was, or he could have been a black Israelite. I had to do research, but he was not. Any other nationality, he was a black man. That king that was very rich. So, and I know you say, well, why you always be talking about so black and Caucasians and all this other stuff? I must tell you that. So, how can you tell a story to a child and you gonna leave out the identity? You got the identity of a group of people, but in this story you acting like every one of them equal, and that's not true. God got a Pacific race here on planet Earth. The 12 tribes of black Negro Israelite, that's who we are now. In Atlantean day, we were the 12 gates of angelic black Atlanteans. When we have been in existence, we have been in eternity for millions of years. And when we was on other planes, Earth's so Father in Christ Michael, we had to come down here to do this specific job. This what we were the 12 cosmic black citizens of the constellation of Nebula. We have been around the 12 tribes of Israel. Right now, you look at them, you think they poor, they don't have enough. But this was a Pacific duty of this fallen Marduk, Lucifer, Hiel, Enki, Baphomet, Thoth, which is Quetzalcoatl, and all these Nimrods and Gilgamesh and Balaam, all these sinful people plotted against the Most High people, and that's why. And then Enki, the one that keeps saying made of mankind, yes, he had something to do with Eve falling in the Garden of Eden and giving her, he had to let the human, they had to fall before this happened. If Adam and Eve would have never faltered, this Enki and Enlil, all these people, they would not have been able to do anything. If Adam would have obeyed the master, the creator of all, he would not be over this world, and the people that's over it would not be over it either. And that is what Enki used. He have went up under the seven that fell against the living God, went up under the Caucasian race, Pleiadian, Caucasian, Draconian. Now they mix with the Caucasus Mountain people. So all this big, large group of Caucasian people on the earth, you all do not supposed to be over this earth. The reason you're over this earth, and I know that sound, kind of pundit, but it's true, you know it. And the reason you older because of the downfall of Adam, the true Adam and Eve, the ones that came from Jeshurun, the real Adam and Eve, the ones that came from Jeshurun, and they had parents, black parents. They were black people, and their parents had parents. Now, it's not even a whole. if you down here on this earth could believe that you having children, then other earths have children just like you. They just were holy people. But when they came down here, they sinned against the living God Most High, and therefore it brought the Inca and all them Thoth and Baphomet and all them Marduk, all them was already down here on this earth. But when they fell against the Father, then they was made all that different angels stuff. They went down here, but he throwed all of them down here and secured it because they had to be tranquilized or quarantined. And in the second garden, after thousands of years, the second garden, this just happened in the second garden. It's 6,000 years ago. That's when that happened 6,000 years ago with the Caucasian. And Inca used the Caucasian race to work upon the Marduk and Aldo. That's who they use. And to this day, that's what that is. Now, when I said Christianity, that means no black Hebrew Israelite, whether you believe, you don't know, you don't understand, you don't want, it don't matter. You are a black Hebrew Israelite. Yes, you might not want to be up under the title of royalty, divine black people. And a lot of you all are not going to make it. You're going to go to an eternal punishment, everlasting, and it'll never change. And therefore, I have stated some of the places you will be going to lake of fire out of darkness. It's hundreds of thousands of world that's in outer darkness, prison world. The ice, the outer darkness, all type the lake of fire. You gonna be judged, and you gonna go to different places. And then you go this time, just the last time, and you will never, no, it don't matter if you beg, cry, plead, holler, day, night, scream, forgive me, I repent, you will never get out of it this time. Because that's why I brought Lazarus and the rich king up again. This rich king, after Lazarus died, he like I say, he was sick, had sores. He asked the man for a few crumbs of food. He had walked by all proud, had his nice clothes on, and had banquets, wouldn't even give Lazarus nothing to eat. Wouldn't stop and talk to him, wouldn't do nothing. Elijah tried to stop him a couple of times and asked him, who is this big? Put him outside the gate, I don't want to see him. So the dogs came licking on poor Lazarus, a black man, not a Caucasian, a black man, Lazarus, and he was crying, and because he was in pain, the dog was licking his wounds, and so the rich king, he knew all that, and made it somebody probably said something to him about it, and he denied helping Lazarus and everything. So one day Lazarus died. Then a couple of weeks later, the rich king died. So the rich Lazarus went to the bosom of Abraham, the heavenly place where Abraham is at. Beautiful place, green grass. It's just like our home, but it's a better version. It ain't got tainted people, all this sin, all this you think it's something don't supposed to bring no kind of sin of you. Why you always talk about all this sin that people do? The God that made you is the one told you not to do it, not me. He told you don't fornicate, don't commit adultery, no homosexuality. He destroyed 2 big giant cities. Those cities was almost big as the United States that he destroyed for all that sodomite. Now just think, you were Abraham, and you are homosexual, doing filthy acts like that the man do with a hoe and stuff sometime come out. How you supposed to be in a kingdom, a righteous kingdom? Then you big mad. I'm big mad, because that's what I'm going to keep on talking about my hoe. I don't want her to talk about this my hoe. I could do it.